Maybe I'm delusional, y'all, because I not only believe but know that birth can be blissful and peaceful, and it can even be pain-free. How do I know that? Because I had an unassisted home birth, and not only was it peaceful and blissful, but it was pain-free. It was intense, but it was the best moment of my life. It was the best, the greatest, the most liberating experience of my life that taught me and showed me a lot about myself. And because this happened for me, I know that it can happen for every woman out there, because I am connected to every other woman on earth. What I went through, what I experienced when I gave birth to my daughter, everyone has the ability to experience. Now, I saw this video with this woman, and it was a weird take. I understood some things that she was saying, but most of it I was just like, because she's going in on how it's unnatural for women to want to have a baby. And she's talking about there's a reason that we cringe when we see women screaming in pain, having children, like just how much, karmic ties you're going to get into from loving your children, and how loving your children and being attached to your children keeps you from ever knowing yourself. Here's the thing for me. Becoming pregnant with my daughter, giving birth to my daughter, mothering my daughter, has brought like what I am here to do in this lifetime fully online for me. If I chose not to go through with that pregnancy and like fully accept this spiritual pathway of motherhood, I don't know where I wouldn't be on here talking to you guys about the things that I'm talking to, because my mission would not have fully came online for me. And this is a very deep thing to me. It's very special for me. I do agree, like, this is a whole other thing that I want to talk about, womb sovereignty, because women are having babies a lot of the time with men who, like, we shouldn't, and we don't have to. And also, like, of course the government wants us to keep having babies so they can be slaves, and they roll out all of these incentives for us, right? But you can be a sovereign woman giving birth in your sovereignty and creating a life for you and your family where you are sovereign beings, where you are remembering that you're sovereign beings, that you're not like existing in the system and feeding their system with more slaves. I feel like, because this is my experience, okay? Being a mother every day is like showing me how many more micro steps I can take to like fully embody being a sovereign being, which I feel like we are all like at some point here to remember in this simulation called Earth, because I do not believe we are truly on Earth, but a simulated version of Earth. But that's a whole other story. All because you have children does not mean that you are doomed and you will never fully know who you are. Like, that is just so crazy to hear somebody say that. Motherhood can actually be the greatest spiritual experience for some people that can show them more about themselves than they would ever find going to Bali or, doing ayahuasca or some other shit, okay? Because pregnancy, birth, and motherhood, it's all a psychedelic trip. The doom and gloom that I see online about pregnancy and birth and motherhood, it just disgusts me. Like, the fear mongering, like, I get and I understand why some women are like deeply afraid of birth, okay? We have been programmed to be afraid of giving birth. I'll tell you what, for some reason, I came into this lifetime not afraid of birth at all. I've been watching birthing videos of animals and women, like very peaceful ones, since I was a little child. And so when I was pregnant with my daughter, when I gave birth to her, I was not afraid at all. I was not afraid at all. Now, we all get to this point in birth where you feel like I can't do this anymore. The transition, like when you get really, really deep into that psychedelic trance state. But I was never afraid. I was never afraid, because birth is nothing to fear. And this whole video is just like, it was just disappointing to see like this woman is in her 40s. I don't think she's a mother. I mean, I hope she's not, the things that she was saying, but motherhood does not have to ruin your life. Good for you if you are in this lifetime and you know that you're not supposed to be a mother and you choose not to have children. I am so happy for you. We need more women that know they're not supposed to be mothers and know they don't want to have children and don't become mothers. Because there's too many women on this planet that have become mothers when they did not want to, because they felt like they had no choice. But we are in 2025. We're becoming more aware of our sovereignty and the fact that like we are creators and we are experiencing our creations. We're experiencing our choices. And so like the choices we make can make or break our entire lives. And so not everyone should be a mother. Okay? I feel it is a spiritual calling. Not everyone should be a mother. Not everyone deserves to have children. So I'm tired of the fear mongering when it comes to all of this. Like, no, I don't think motherhood is some little fantasy, like a walk in the park. You know, it's work. In this day, 2025 and beyond, like millennials and Gen Z, us as mothers, we are doing like deep healing work, and not every woman is aware of that. The things that we're having to heal and clear, the generational patterns, it's a lot. It's a lot. Like sometimes motherhood will really bring you to your knees, and I feel like only the strongest and the baddest of women will survive. Not only survive, but thrive in modern motherhood. And you know, that's really something to keep in mind as well. Like, are you really about it? Like, are you ready to surrender and become this new woman, this new person? But all because you're giving up your maiden self. She is going to die when you become a mother. Does not mean that you lose who you truly are, because your maiden self that dies is not the fullness of who you are. It is just a piece of you. But whether you give birth to children, we are all supposed to embody the frequency of mother. It's the next step after maiden. So even if you don't have children, are you going to stay in your wounded maidenhood forever? Or are you going to embody the next version of you that you're supposed to be? I don't know, y'all. Like, I gotta take this up with the Divine Mother and with the earth, because like watching that video really bothered me. Yeah.